This is Jonah chapter 4, verse 6. Now the Lord Yahweh God appointed a plant, and made it come up over Jonah, that it might be a shade over his head, to save him from his discomfort. And so Jonah was exceedingly glad because of the plant. So God had brought to Jonah's attention that he had a spiritual problem that needed to be addressed, but Jonah seemed to ignore it. So now God begins to do something else to get Jonah's attention and to interact with him about this. God causes a plant to grow up overnight in the place where Jonah has been staying, which provides a nice shade as he waits under the hot sun. It says that the shade was to save Jonah from his discomfort. Now the Hebrew word for discomfort here is ra'ah, which, as we've talked about before, it can have many different meanings, but in general it just means something very bad. So was the shade to deliver Jonah from his ra'ah, that is, the misery from the uncomfortable sun rays? Or was it to deliver him from his other ra'ah, that is, the bitterness he was experiencing about Nineveh's repentance? Well, the answer is probably both. There's obviously a deliverance from the sun, but this is more than likely something God uses to tenderly help comfort him during this time of bitterness. When you're feeling bad about something, do you like it when someone shows you love in some way in your time of distress? It appears here that God was doing this for Jonah. It also appears that God was using this to begin to soften Jonah up in a way that he would be more receptive about thinking through the things God wanted him to consider. Can you remember a time when God was tender to you during a time of distress? As you meditate on this passage, I want you to think about how God is gentle and deeply cares about me. Think about that throughout your day. And as you respond in prayer to this passage, tell God that you like His tender care. This is praise. And ask God to remind you of His tender care. And step out in faith. Whatever you're struggling with today, approach God in prayer about it, knowing that He deeply and tenderly cares about you.